Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will what? I will give you rest. Wow. Verse 29. Take my yoke upon you, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul. Verse 30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The title this evening is yoke is easy. Yes, is yoke is we will find out what is the meaning of yoke, and then we will also find out what it means to say the yoke is easy. It is clear that Jesus has yoke. Amen. He said, come unto me all those who labor, who devil is the one controlling their lives. They carry the burden of sin and worldly issues. Come, we will now exchange. I will take that burden of the world that brings pain, that leads to destruction, and give you my own burden. Because the way many people perceive this thing these days, once I come into the church, there's nothing else for me to carry. Jesus has paid the price, so I don't need to do anything that will cost me anything. No, it's a lie from the pit of hell. Give us back that verse 29 and 30. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. In fact, let's pick some of those instructions he gave them. Number one is what? Take his yoke. So what is that yoke? Explain graphically. You see, yoke is a particular wooden tool that connects two animals together for farming purposes. How many of us can pick that kind of picture? Okay, so the two animals are now under the control, under the submission, in obedience to the person controlling them. So when you carry the yoke of Christ, you come under the control of Christ, under the obedience of Christ. Praise the Lord. On that submission of Christ. Take my yoke means take my responsibility, do my work. And you see that this is what many people don't want to do today, because we want all the time for ourselves. Number two, submit to me, because he that has an animal that has that yoke on his neck is submissive to the one who owns the animal. So to take the yoke of Christ on you is to submit to Christ, submit to his view, to his opinion. For example, he said, love your enemies. He said, forgive people who have odds against you. It doesn't go well with the flesh, but that is what he wants. So if you take his yoke upon you, you will do that. So that is connecting us to the third point, obedience. You will obey. Many people are not obeying because they have not taken his yoke upon them. And if you have not taken his yoke upon you, you can't go far in your relationship with him.